Yo, 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 it's your boy Trey Da Rula, the top shooter, and I'm drinking at Moe's.
All right, everybody, taking time out before we get this show started. I want to thank Reaper Apparel for having Drinkin Mo's be a brand ambassador for their clothing line. They got good stuff. They got t-shirts, they got hoodies, they got beanies, they got lots of great stuff, encouraging everybody to break out of their comfort zone, live their best self, and hey, it's something I try to live every day. Now, be sure when you go and you're filling out your order, use the code Drinkin at Moe's, get 10% off, and the link and the code will both be in the description. Let's fucking go. All right, everybody, welcome Drinkin at Moe's. Big Mo here. You know the drill by now. YouTube, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Hit the damn bell because that YouTube algorithm is a pain in the ass, literally.
Absolutely.
Where most places you can find audio podcasts too. Make sure to leave a review there. Definitely love seeing that. Today, I'm excited to have with me Trey Da Rula. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Big Mo. How you doing, man?
Oh, I can't complain other than this damn crazy-ass weather we've been having down here in Omaha, Nebraska the last week or so. It's
Lord.
like the egress window in my basement. There must have been something open up top. Last weekend, there's a snowdrift about halfway up the window.
Way, dude. No way. My sister, she go to college in Ohio. She be telling me stories. So down there by Lake Erie.
Yeah, they over there by the Great Lakes, they definitely get pounded. That's for sure. Well, I could go on and on about some other stuff I got going on, but we'll get right into the questions. First thing I like to start off with everybody with is what got you started as a fan, and then what got you deciding to make the leap into the business?
So, man, I don't know how old I was. I was probably like 6 or 7. Because my first recollection of watching wrestling was The Rock and Stone Cold, Rock and Stone
One of
Cold,
my
and then
all-time
seeing,
favorites.
yeah, man, that was just like crazy. It was crazy to me, but like I didn't get really into it until I started watching a lot of like Eddie Guerrero, and like that crop of like Rey Mysterio, and when they were going crazy, it was like, oh my gosh, and like once they passed, it was like, oh my, I'm in. Like this is crazy. Like the just like every because I was like I have videos and my mom got me being like Eddie Eddie as like a little kid. So I was like, yeah. Like after that, she started. That's when I started getting a lot of WrestleManias because WrestleMania was like pay-per-view back then, and my mom didn't want to buy them for me. And after it was WrestleMania 21 was the first one she bought, and then everyone after that. Like she got me, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm in."
You know what? Coincidentally, there was somebody else I recorded with this week that said the same WrestleMania was their first one.
Dude, I think that's because that's our age group. That's probably like our age group. Yeah,
My
like
my first one that I ever got to see live, like when it was happening, was WrestleMania 20, the one right before that.
And that's the one I never got to like. I never got to see live, and I was so mad about it because that was supposed to be like the biggest one. I wanted to see like HBK, freaking, it was like the triple threat match, and then
Yeah,
it was just crazy. And then the way that it ended too, yeah, that
oh,
was
like I remember I kept on telling the friend that I was watching with, I was like, they're taking too long. It's Benoit's gonna come back, and then boom, like I told you.
literally, I told you. Like, that was dope.
I don't know if a whole lot of people recognize it from that one, but the Undertaker Kane match, Undertaker was just coming back after losing that Buried Alive match.
Dude, and I watched that Buried Alive match too, dude. That's
And
oh my
the
god, that had me my skin crawling when
oh
Kane came out. Oh my god, it was like no,
and
there's no way they're gonna do this. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. And then
and yeah, and then that the little detail that maybe I was seeing things, but I swear I noticed this. That here comes my other dog. But the thing that I noticed in that match was when the Undertaker was making his entrance, he was still covered in dirt. There was
yeah,
like dirt spots all over.
really.
Like
No, I
he
didn't
had
notice that
just
either.
crawled out of the grave to get back at him.
All I noticed was that he looked good. He had like the shorter hair. Everyone was looking
Yeah.
good. I was like, oh my god, it's over.
Although the one look at Undertaker's I kind of dig was one of the more recent WrestleManias where he almost had like a not quite a mohawk, but it was that one like middle
Yeah,
of
that
his head, and
when he
he
was
just
old, like the older Undertaker. Yeah,
yeah, it was like holy moly, he looks badass.
I ain't really like that one. I ain't like it. That wasn't Undertaker to me.
The,
I was
the
like,
one the one that scared the crap out of me was that Ministry of Darkness one.
yeah,
Back
or no. Mm,
back when he tried to embalm Stone Cold alive.
yeah,
That like I was watching live as it was happening. I'm like, no. Like I was like, oh, so invested in that. But when it comes to before we get into too much of a tangent, what what ended up getting you like when you finally decided to, you know what, I'm doing this, I'm getting in there.
yeah. So I didn't really get to practice wrestling until what 2 years ago. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like before that, I was like after high school and stuff, I pursued music, and I was like, I really like doing music, and I was doing well in music. And like a situation happened where I was like signed to a label, and then it didn't fall, and then like it didn't go through, and it was like, I'm kind of over this. So I went back to my first love, which was like I was like, okay, what could I do like that I still want to do? I don't want to be in like a regular job all the time. I want to do something that I want to do. So I was like, I don't know, let me do some research. Let me just look it up. So I started finding like wrestling schools, and the most prominent one I saw was Firestar Pro Wrestling.
Mm.
So I didn't see I kind of didn't see anything other than the YouTube videos. And I watched all of their YouTube videos. And it is years of just bangers and like just they were going absolutely crazy. And like by the time I got to the end of it, I was like, oh my God, I need to see more. Like when is the next thing coming out? Like, like it was like, watching WWE for me. So I was like, okay. And then I saw their training school thing, and I was like, okay, maybe I want to try this. I'm still young. I could move. I could, you know what I'm saying? I've always wanted to try wrestling. If I would have gotten the opportunities that they had, like a lot of the kids that are there, if I got a lot of, opportunity that they had at the age that they had, I mean, I feel like I'd be different right now. You know what I'm saying? I'd be going crazy. But so I messaged the website. Ended up getting in contact with Cozy. Cozy was like, "Yo, our next training, like new trainer's date was May. It was like 2 years ago, May." And I was like, "Okay, bet." You know what I'm saying? I'll go. I'm gonna go. I want to, even though it was so expensive. It's so expensive to get into the business. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that is.
And I had to. And at the moment, like midway through, I didn't have a job. Like I had lost my job and I was on unemployment because this was like around COVID time. So like I was like, okay, I'm not really paying much for housing right now. I might as well just use every bit of this unemployment and go to training. And that's what I did until I got my taxes. And then I got
Mm.
my taxes and paid for like 6 months. That was set and I was in there. But yeah, man, it was hard because I stay near Fayetteville, North Carolina, and the training school is in Greensboro, so it's an hour and a half away. So I was literally making that drive 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth, just to try to, you know, it was worth it. Obviously,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, yeah, and if you really want it, yeah, you'll be one of those that will make that drive. Although the benefits now is there's some that are as close as hour and a half, when it used to be a little more spread out than that.
Yeah, yeah, and people. So like recently, all the new people that come in now, you'll see that they're come from states over, just to
Yeah.
come and, train there. So it was very prestigious to me. So I was like, there was nowhere else I wanted to go.
Oh, definitely. And before we get into some history, that some connections that you have with some past guests of mine, I like to I like to ask about how people come up with their in-ring personas, because some people, it's a bit of a feeling out process right away, and then other people, it just clicks. They have that little bit that it's a piece of them, really, which
Mm-hmm.
they always say that those are the characters that end up you know connecting more with the people.
Exactly. Everything, all that is true. I mean, in this industry, like it's hard to. I commend people that are not themselves as pro wrestlers. Like me, when I first came out, I did not know who I was, and I kept trying to tell people I don't know what I do. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They would ask me, I don't know. But like you kind of grow into it the more that you're around it, the more that you hear other people's stories, you hear how they pick their gimmicks. You're like, oh man, maybe I should think back there. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that. And then me, I still don't feel like I have the perfect gimmick. You know what I'm saying? I still feel like I could do way better. I feel like it's definitely more of extension of me. Like that's what I could pull out of it, and because I feel very comfortable in the entertainment role. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I like, but yeah, it's a big time filling out process, and it takes a long time.
I can imagine. And you have some similarities with the music business and in wrestling, because I mean there's a couple guys out there that off the top of my head that I can think of, with Leo Rush,
Yeah,
music and
Chris Bay.
wrestling, uh Swerve Strickland, about
Yep,
he's blowing up right now, on the verge of becoming AEW champ.
Chris
So
Bay.
Chris Bay, yeah,
Yeah.
I've ran into him a couple times. So
And I
yeah,
draw comparisons to a lot of these guys, but my thing is I don't want music to be. I don't know why I don't want them to connect. Because I really could have, and my trainer wanted me to at the start of my career. Like he was like, "Yo, you just be Young Chronic." I was like, I don't. I want to be a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to come out having to do what them boys over there in AEW be doing, always having to rap and stuff. I don't want to rap all the time. If I'm in the ring, I'm trying to wrestle. I mean, really, I'm trying
yeah,
to,
Max Caster and the Acclaimed.
yeah. But like
Oh,
the things that are like that Chris Bay and like and Swerve that are doing, with the music is like how I would do it
yeah,
if you know what I'm saying. So I don't know. It ain't over yet. I'll probably, what I'm saying. You never know.
I can understand you there. Now, I did say that you have some connections with some past guests of mine, like CJ Evans, over there with ACW. I saw there was advertised there was a little match. You were both on opposite sides of a tag match there.
Yes, we were. We were on the opposite sides.
How'd that end up? Like, okay, I'm like, yes, I've had people from there on, but I'm always still getting acclimated to new people, new places. How did that end up going? Because I don't believe I've seen the footage of that one yet, if it's been released onto YouTube or anything yet.
Yeah, I hope it don't get put on YouTube. That's what I'll say about that.
Okay. Okay.
But
Didn't
yeah,
end up
CJ
going your
Evans.
way.
No, I mean it went our way most of the night. I mean, for the people that weren't there in attendance, us ego, we took over the show. Like we were literally running the show. We were putting on the music. I mean, yeah, Johnny Badger on the ones and twos.
Mm, Johnny Badger,
Like
another former guest of mine.
yeah, but yeah, it was fun until things got out of hand, wishy washy, whatever, whatever, and then Chance came out there, gave us Showtime, which is your boy CJ Evans and Hang Time. And yeah, we had a little doodly daddling, and yeah, no footage will be seen.
All right. Yeah, I can understand, when, a show's going your way and then all of a sudden somebody throws a huge ass wrench into it.
Yeah,
You
it was heart wrenching, I'll say, because it was
kind
going great.
no, yeah. Kind of reminds me of back in the day what the NWO used to do with like Hogan would technically lose a match the night before, and then they try to steal the footage, and like, oh, it cut off at like right when it was looking like he was gonna lose. And
Yeah, yeah, it's
although
fine.
hopefully this time there's nothing.
Yeah, I don't think there will be nothing. I think in February, it's gonna go our way somehow, some way.
All
I
right.
know I got a triple threat match, so
Mm.
I plan on winning that match as well. You know what I'm saying? I
Oh,
need a win at ACW. I'm sick of getting these opportunities, but not completely following through with them. You understand? I
oh yeah.
need I need I need a reason to say the things I say.
Oh yeah. Now you mentioned that triple threat. Are you able to talk about it? Because I know sometimes before the show they like to have it like at a certain time, then people can start talking about it.
No, I mean I can start talking about it anytime I feel like talking about it.
Well, all right, let's go into it. I want to hear about this.
All right, well, February, what is it? February 10th. February 10th, I am in a triple threat match with Aaron Matthews, one half of the former ACW Tag Team Champions QCA, and a newcomer in Draken. Um, Draken, I know a lot about. Draken is a guy that I actually train with, a guy that I put on. I showed the management, I said, hey, there might be a guy down here that is a gem in this industry that you guys may want to put on. But now he wants to come and take my spotlight. He wants to put himself in my business. So I put him down. Aaron Matthews. Aaron Matthews, former ACW Tag Team Champion. Do you know what it will mean to beat a former ACW Tag Team Champion?
Pretty big
That will
deal.
mean, exactly, that will mean I am on the same level as them. I need to take both of them together and use them both as a stepping stone. You understand? I need
Oh yeah.
validation.
Oh yeah.
Validation. And we're gonna get it.
Validation would be. All right. Now there's another one, and one thing that I like about the podcast and having it, especially branching out different places, is I'm getting introduced to new stuff all the time. Even with 200 episodes in the books, I'm getting I'm getting introduced to new stuff all the time. And there was a promotion that came up with you, Integrity Championship Entertainment.
Yes, sir.
It's new to me, but there was one match in particular that I don't remember if I caught the date on it, if it's already
March
happened. But
16th.
there's that ladder elimination match.
Yes, sir. March 16th.
Ooh, that's going to be here before you know it. And, you know, maybe explain to the people that'll end up watching, but also maybe a little explain it to me too. The whole thing behind ladder elimination is like normal ladder match, but then I don't know if the word elimination threw me off a little bit.
It's gonna throw everybody off. I think that was the intention. I think that was
Okay.
the intention, was to throw everybody off. So what was explained to us is it is a 6-man elimination match. There will be a normal 6-man elimination. Of course, no disqualification. Same rules apply. You cannot climb the ladder to retrieve the title until there's 2 people. So you have to
Uh,
eliminate 4 people until there's 2 people left, and it becomes a ladder match.
gotcha. That makes sense now. That makes
Yeah,
sense now.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm excited for that.
Normal. Oh, yeah. Oh man, I'm like hell. I love watching a good old ladder match. I know I've been able to
I like
see it.
watching them. I
Yeah,
always love watching them. I don't know if we gonna
I,
see. We gonna see
I
if I'm gonna be falling off some ladders. I'm gonna tell you, I ain't climbing no ladders unless I ain't climbing no ladders. If I see somebody about to pull me off or throw me off a ladder, I need to say
you,
that.
you know what? You just need to get a really tall guy out there with you, and you just get up on his shoulders, and then
Hey, Andrew Everett's gonna be at that show.
oh
The
yeah,
Giant. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, there you go. Problem solved. You don't got to climb up the ladder. Boom, got him. But yeah, no, I've been lucky enough to see some great ladder matches, some involving some really good friends of mine here in the Omaha area. And one of the crazier moments I've ever seen was actually in one where they had let me see if I can, they had a ladder bridge between like the ring apron and the guardrail. And my friend had a guy up on his back, kind of like the Sheamus and the White Noise, the feet up
Yeah.
here. And I see him look down at the ladder, and I'm like, do not tell me.
Oh.
Jumps, ladder, folds.
I ain't worried about the ladder folding. I'm worried about the impact because you have this guy right here. You come and throw him, boom, you're going all the way to the ground. The impact on the ladder on this man's neck.
Yeah,
Career done.
yeah. It was nuts. Although this particular friend, has also been in no rope barbed wire matches and stuff, so I don't know if it really phased him too much.
Oh yeah, probably not. Probably not.
Probably not.
I have not had the pleasure.
Yeah, you know what, I don't know. I've always thought about whether or not I'd want to step in, but then I think about stuff like barbed wire. I remember growing up playing paintball with some friends, and I got into this little creek area, and there was a part of a barbed wire fence in there, and I got tripped up, and like
Oh.
my hand just gnarled.
Ah.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Nah, yeah, nah. I don't know, man. Me, you got to pay me a lot of money. I do this for money anyway. You know what I'm saying? I do
Yeah,
this to get paid. You understand?
yeah. Nope,
If you
I
want to
get
see me in a death match, you're gonna have to pay death match money.
you. I've been lucky enough to talk with some pretty big names in the deathmatch community, so I'm a fan of it, but it is one of those things that it's not for everybody. You definitely don't want to take a person that's just getting into wrestling and throw them into watching a deathmatch show.
He'll probably turn out like a good Mick Foley though if he must survive.
Yeah, no, that is true. All right, now there's all sorts of traveling throughout independent wrestling, especially anywhere else outside of those two promotions that you want to you want to talk about, make sure that, showing appreciation, getting booked in those places and whatnot.
Sure. I mean, United Pro Wrestling. Um, I've had a lot of fun over there, tag teaming with my boy Maurice Moss, being the top shooters. They're gonna be there. When is the show? January 27th. That's in a couple weeks or so. Shoot, Firestar. I'm always over there at Firestar on the Afterburn. Uh, shoot, DCW Dominant Championship Wrestling down there in Selma, North Carolina.
Okay.
Uh, shoot, who else? Uh, Next Level Pro
Oh,
Wrestling.
yep.
You know what I'm
Very
saying?
familiar with them as well.
Yeah, I've trained with them a couple times, and I love going over there. You know what I'm saying? Great people. Um, I'm trying to not miss it. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Trying
Yeah,
not to forget
ACW,
anybody.
ACW. You know, that's my home. You know.
Yeah. All
Uh,
right. So
yeah.
now I have two categories here that I like to fit into the show. One's a bit of a name game where I name off some people. You give me quick thoughts on the person. And I try to theme it towards the guest as much as possible. So, with the whole connection with the Carolinas, each of these have are big names from the Carolinas.
Okay.
First one, Hardy Boys.
Oh, legends. Oh, I wish to meet. I hope I could meet the Hardy Boys one day, man. They just around the corner over there in Cameron. Cameron, like 15 minutes away, but they don't want to hit nobody up. You know.
And hey, AEW's got that revolution coming up in Greensboro.
Yeah, they always out there in Greensboro, man. Always. I gotta
And
check out a show. I've been getting back into AEW. I haven't been able to watch a lot of it, but now I've been watching a lot of it. So
yeah, I they've only ever come as close as Kansas City to me, and that's about 3 hours away. So
yeah,
I've really only been able to go to one show of theirs.
yeah, it's more than
I
me,
love
man.
the product though. I do enjoy the show. I've just
Yeah,
wish they would come a little closer to me. That's all.
yeah. I feel like they're gonna. I don't know. I feel like they are moving a little bit too fast. They're trying to go overseas real quickly. You know, they're trying to do a lot of things. So I'm sure they're
Yeah,
not really looking in the demographic as much as they should. So
yeah. They kind of once it
They know
gets
North Carolina though. They know to come to North Carolina.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next person, another legend, a guy that I grew up watching in good old WCW, Arn Anderson.
Art Anderson. Hey man, just a beast. What a beast of a man, dude.
Oh God,
Oh
yeah,
man, I know. You know him now. He got his kid out there, Brock, right? Brock Anderson.
yeah,
So
Brock, yeah,
they I don't know, doing big things, man. Good. You love to see people like that succeeding.
oh yeah,
And
definitely,
people that are like people that are accepting to like the younger generation
yeah.
into indie wrestling. I mean,
Oh
shoot.
yeah, definitely, yeah. And the thing I always enjoy looking back with regards to him is, you see people do spine busters every so often. His was like just so smooth and clean that it just looked that much more devastating.
Yeah. And that's years and years of practice
Mm-hmm.
and just slamming people, just yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Another tag team here, widely considered one of, if not the best going right now,
Mm.
FTR.
FTR. Hey, they're getting in that stratosphere. I'll tell you that much. They I haven't been able like AEW, haven't been able to watch them that much. But like the reach that they're getting nowadays is kind of crazy. So
No.
they have grown to come from WWE and get bigger than you were in WWE is a task, a hard task, and they they're on their way to being goats for real.
No, totally. And yeah, they, you know, people like them, and, if you want to talk about mostly independent level, guys like Matt Cardona are really making it known that leaving WWE isn't the air quotes death nail in a career that it was back in the day. You
For
know,
real. And it's really up to them. Like Dolph Ziggler, Nemeth. His name is Nick Nemeth now. That man's going crazy. He's about to be over there in AML. And people just saw him over there in New Japan. Mustafa Ali
mm,
over there in New Japan. He's coming to UPW. I forgot the date that they said, but he's coming to UPW, which is kind of crazy.
and
So like,
he's is I recently, well, just today actually heard the statistic with his independent shows since finally being able to do them. He's like, they're selling out everywhere. Every show that he's on is selling out.
yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
Oh
Because
yeah.
like, I was you people say a lot that we're kind of at the end of the wrestling age, but like I don't know, it's about to start blowing
It,
up
it
again because
oh yeah. No, they're, oh good lord. I think it was the same day as Hard to Kill, the TNA pay-per-view. I mean, there was so much wrestling going on that night. There was Hard to Kill. There was Collision, Battle of the Belts. I was watching my friends over at H2O Wrestling in New Jersey having their
yeah,
Cage of Hell show.
mm,
All over the place, all in one night. Pretty great time to be a wrestling fan.
absolutely, absolutely.
Now, this one's looking a little further back, more towards Arn Anderson days, maybe a little bit before. I'm having a brain fart on that one right now. But I guess for some reason I forgot this guy was from that area. Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog. Oh man, Junkyard Dog was one of those guys that like as a black man, seeing him back in those days in like on TV in the wrestling ring was awesome. It was like, okay, maybe we can do it. Maybe we can wrestle too. But man, what an animal coming out with that chain and wrecking people.
Oh yeah, man. Oddly enough, some of my early favorites had that whole thing with the chain. Junkyard Dog, Bruiser Brody, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I remember watching footage of Bruiser Brody entrances over in Japan, and he's like swinging around a chain, scaring the crap out of people. Loved it because I gravitated
Dang.
towards those intense personas, you
Yeah,
know,
intense.
and he
Exactly.
was very much that.
That man came out the curtain like that.
Oh
Good
yeah,
Lord.
kind of reminds me the same way that Lance Archer comes out now.
Yeah.
Like you see him
Yeah.
before AEW when he was in Japan, he'd come out with the water bottle, just spraying it, throwing the water bottle at the people. It was nuts. I actually got to meet Lance Archer once.
Oh, really?
One of my autograph figures back here is one of his.
Dang. No, that's sick. What a
Yeah,
legend.
that was a fun one. All right, now I have some random questions. Some might be wrestling related, some might not be. Some might have absolutely nothing to do with anything we've talked about so far.
All right.
So I give you the question, you give me the first answer that pops in your head.
Easy.
First one, craziest in-match moment for you.
Craziest in match moment, like for me personally, or like watching.
Hell, if you
Uh
want to, if you can think of one of both, if you want, by all means.
oh, ooh. Mm. So far, not a whole lot of crazy moments other than jumping off the top rope to like a band of people in my debut. It was crazy because like nobody wanted to do the dive, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. It was one of my like top. It was probably like third match out, third match maybe. And I was like, sure, I'll do it. I ain't never did a dive before or anything like that. So like I did it. I hit him with the shot. I went up there, come to the top, and then I heard somebody was like, "You won't do it. You won't do it." I was like, "Man, whatever, bro." I went to the top rope and I was like, just
Yeah,
crashed on him.
for, for a for a debut, yeah, that would be one hell of a crazy way to start.
For
Yeah.
hey,
Wow.
I'll do it. Whatever. You know, it's like three people down there. Whatever. I hope you guys don't kill people. It's fine.
Yeah. No, I've been lucky enough to see some crazy ones. I love having this question in here because I love hearing the stories behind it. Like I've heard everything from people going through walls, people like passing out,
Yeah, you got some
people,
crazy. Mm,
people getting chased by people in the crowd. Like I've
mm.
heard all sorts of
I want
stories on.
that. I wish somebody would chase me. You know what I'm saying? Top shooter. You
Although I think the one in particular that I can remember about the crowds chasing them, they were actually running behind Keith Lee as he was chasing them.
know? Oh wow!
Yeah,
Of course.
I'd have to go back and watch the episode, but yeah, I remember that story in particular because it's just like, you make it around the corner, you think, oh, oof, okay. And then all of a sudden you just hear the noise and hear everybody comes and oh man.
Mm,
All
wow.
right. Yeah. It, oh, damn, now a cat wants to join me. All right. Now I've heard people preferring both ways here. Which one do you prefer? Heel or babyface?
So me being a worker, I prefer being a heel because it is. It's just. I mean, it's just plain. I don't know. Okay, let me change it. Let me change it. I'm gonna say babyface. I'm gonna say babyface because there's nothing. There's truly nothing better than hearing like the crowd like chant for you. Like there's
I
nothing.
can
There's
get
nothing better than that. You know, being a heel is just fun wrestling wise. Is being being fun, but truthfully, it's being a face.
yeah.
Face
I
is
can
being is better.
I can understand that. I can really understand both because I've heard, yeah, the getting that reaction from the crowd, they're loving you. That just gets you amped up and going.
For real,
But
it actually
then,
does. Especially if they're all into it. It's like
yeah,
okay, maybe I can. Boom, boom. You know, you start going nuts.
hell, you just reminded me of every time I watch a Nick Gage match. Like the
Yeah,
first, like you see the footage of his matches, the moment he steps through that curtain, that whole place just turns into a giant mosh pit.
yes, dude. I love, bro. Oh, because I watched the. I think it was it Dark Side of the Ring, the one that did the episode about him.
Yeah.
And then yeah, that made me love that
Oh
man.
yeah. I've if I had a bucket list of people that I'd want to have on, because I've always said if I ever get the chance to talk to like a really huge name, I'm not passing it up.
Yeah,
Nick Gage would be one of the people that is like, if I get told, hey, you want to talk to, I'm like, yes, now let's go.
for real.
Yeah. Because I mean, he
Yeah,
just has, he's, he's got a great story, and kind of a bit of a redemption story, really, going from you know all the legal stuff that he's been through, and now
For
he's showing you, he's showing people out there that you know just because you have something like that happen doesn't mean you can't make something of yourself when you've done your time.
exactly. He probably wouldn't even want to do it, honestly. Just feeling like I feel like he would be like, no, I just want to chill. I'd be like, okay, sir, okay, all right, sir. That'd be sick. That'd be sick. That's one guy that you would want to pick his brain. He got a lot of stories
That,
and things to say.
and there's one that I've joked about it, but probably serious about it too. If I ever got Stone Cold Steve Austin, I could never do another episode of this podcast and I'd be happy because I'd be like, how the hell can I top that?
For real. Oh my God. No, get Stone Cold Steve Austin in there. God damn. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
Like
what?
What? Use the words, kid. Yeah, oh God. Like
talk about like
literally
his character and how he
I could end that episode and just say, you know what? That's it. Final episode.
I'm gonna eat off this episode. This episode I'm eating. I'm good.
All right. Now, with the name of a show like I have, I feel like I pretty much have to keep this one in here. Favorite drink, whether it be alcoholic or non, or hell, one of each.
Truthfully, I don't drink alcohol a lot. I'm like a big drinker. But my favorite drink is definitely, I'd say high C. High C. And not just any high C, McDonald's high C. Like the orange
Oh,
high C. I don't think
that orange drink high C that you got there, yeah.
bro, I could drink that all day, every day. I don't need anything else.
That's a good one. That or good Lord, I don't know if they still got it, but that Ghostbusters one, that Ecto Cooler.
Oh, I don't think I've tried that. Wait,
like
which
a
one?
green one. It has that like slime ghost guy on it.
No, I don't think I've tried that one.
I don't know if they even still have it out right now. I just remember having it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But yeah, that
Hey, that does sound good. I was about to go find it.
You know what? Not hell, you probably find it on Amazon or some shit.
For real.
Although, like I told you before, I'm a bit of a Dr. Pepper fiend, so I got that for non-alcoholic. But I keep it in here because there's people for one reason or another don't drink or they don't drink much.
And I drink. Like I'll drink. I'll drink a Bud Light before anything. I'll probably grab like a Bud Light or like a Coors Light.
Yeah,
that's what I was drinking. Like New Year's, I drank like 3 damn beers. I was feeling good. But that's all I need. I don't really need that. I don't never get like too crazy.
Yeah, actually, now you just got me thinking. New Year's Eve, I was pretty buzzed, but I was also at the Packers Vikings game.
Oh, dude, that's sick.
And we had, walking around, we had oh God, how much of it? Like a little over half of a 12-pack left, and we were getting ready to walk up, and the line starts moving. So it's like, oh well, we got 2 left. We got to chug them. Because them damn beers at those things are freaking expensive as hell.
Dude, how much are they? Like 9?
If not more.
Oh my God. Oh
yeah,
my God. That's the only thing.
They had those souvenir cups. If you get one those sizes, probably a little more than 9.
25.
Something like that. They're crazy. Like,
No,
no,
like that's
I'm
the
not
only
doing
thing.
that. I drink at home for free. Well, nothing extra other than what I paid for the beer.
Yeah. And it sucks because like
Cheaper.
going to things like that, like I like going to like football games, basketball games, or like even wrestling events. I have to get a drink. Like I have to get like a beer, but them
Yeah, I
things
have
be so
one.
expensive, man. But I want to get two. I want to get another one because then you start feeling good watching the action. It's like, dang,
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun time for me being a cheesehead.
absolutely. Hey,
So I'm
congratulations. I don't even want to talk about football right now, man. I'm an Eagles fan, man. And that is I
yeah,
don't even
no.
want to.
That one surprised me, but we don't have to go into that.
I mean, we can because I'm irritated and I'm mad about it.
You
Like,
know,
what
I'm
happened, dude?
yeah, you know what? I don't know, man. The I was keeping up and I'm like, holy crap, what the hell happened here? But then
Yeah,
I'm also mentally preparing myself because while I'm a Packers fan, my wife and all of my in-laws are 49ers fans and they're meeting up this weekend. So I'm like, oh God.
oh, it's about to be a fun night for you. That's gonna be a fun
Yeah,
game. The whole house screaming when they go crazy, and only you get to scream when you go
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I'm really mentally preparing myself because I've been having to tell them all week because they're like, oh, the Packers aren't even favored to win. I'm like, well, they weren't favored to win against Dallas, but look what they did.
Hmm. Yeah, I would like that though. I was happy. I was happy on Sunday. That was a good day. Monday
Yep,
was a bad day.
yeah. Although my wife kind of laughs at me for this, but I told her, I wouldn't mind a Packers Lions NFC title game.
Packers, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. It would be a boring. It'd be a very boring, but
Eh,
I don't like the 49ers and I don't like nobody. Dang it.
nobody but the Eagles.
Nah, and low key the Patriots because my mom is a diehard Patriots fan, and so growing up she was always. I was like, okay, I kind of like Tom Brady.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
yeah, I'm not so much high on him. I'm kind of glad he's done.
Nah, man, put that man in the game.
All right.
He's still playing.
All right. Now I mentioned we got at my house we got dogs, we got cats. Which one do you like more, dog or cat? Dog or cat person?
I'm a definite dog person, but my girlfriend has a cat, so like I like cats. Cats are cool. They really just be chilling, but I don't like cats that much because first of all they'll just attack you at any moment, any
There
moment,
are those that will do that. Yeah.
and they find ways to open doors. They
It-
be going.
yeah.
They be doing
Oh,
crazy stuff. They are the smartest. I think they probably one of the smartest animals in the world for real.
yeah. I would have to agree. I know one that's actually joining me down here right now. After this dog, but the cat, when I'm upstairs getting ready for bed, he'll just crawl right up on top of me and use my beard as a pillow.
Mm.
And it wasn't even my idea to get him. Although I'm
They feel
apparently
where
his
they're
human
unwanted.
now. All right.
They feel where they're unwanted. They're like, okay, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna go right there.
Yeah. All right. Now I've mentioned some of the stuff I got behind me. One of my hobbies I use as my backdrop here for those that will watch the YouTube edition of this. What is a hobby you have, if any?
My hobby right now. I mean, I ain't even got time for hobbies anymore. I mean, my hobby was wrestling until I started getting paid for it. Now it's another avenue of work. So like my hobby, I would say it was music, but I'd probably say playing video games
Okay.
when I'm not, because I be at my shoot job, working a lot. And then if I'm not there, I'm wrestling. And if I'm not there, I'm at home chilling, playing the game.
Oh
So yeah,
yeah.
that's probably my hobby.
No, I can dig that. I got a Xbox Series S, and I actually just the other week got 100% on the new Mortal Kombat.
Oh wow.
Yep. That and the only other game I've ever 100%ed was the Retromania wrestling game.
Retromania. Dude, I got that
Yeah,
on my phone.
yeah
Like the retro boat.
it's a cool game, kind of similar to how the WWE had WrestleFest back in the day on the arcade.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Heck
yeah,
yeah.
that and right now I picked back up WWE 2K23.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I do enjoy. I enjoyed it because I knew I had to get it when I heard they were putting war games into it.
Bruh, it's sick. You play it online?
I haven't too much lately, no, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm always down to do it.
Heck yeah, dude. I love whooping people online in that game. Whooping them.
I remember one time it wasn't 2K23, but there was one year where I was playing online, and for a while this guy was like whooping on me, wouldn't let me get up. And then I picked up a ladder and just started wham, wham. And then he quit.
Oh my god. I don't play that game like that much. I really because I get bored with that game. But like sometimes I'll be online and then there'll be like a hacker, dude. Dude, like climbing the screen or I'll be like,
It
what is going on, dude? People are crazy.
Yeah, it gets kind of nuts. All right. Last but not least here, best advice you have for anybody wanting to get into wrestling.
Stick with it. Oh, there's so many people that have came across that have like, especially I'm over there at the training school that have just quit and never came back. Got so close and just stopped. Like, just keep going. No, I'm still not perfect. I'm not good at all. Like, I'm barely doable. but like, I'm just gonna keep. I'm still gonna keep pushing at it because this is what I love to do. And if you love to do it, then just find a way to keep going.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't. You know.
yeah, and you never know. Like if you are feeling like quitting, you never know how close you are to getting a big moment. And if you just keep pushing, boom, you'll get it eventually. But if you quit, you're just stuck right at that point you quit.
Yeah. And people think that like it's just gonna come to them or like because they're so athletic or like dude you have to go out to these places, you have to talk to these people, you have to show face in a sense just to get your name in the door. Like it's really hard. A lot of people hit me up and like, yo, how'd you get on UPW? Because UPW is growing. UPW is one of the bigger promotions in North Carolina right now with the talent that they're bringing in. So people have asked me all the time, like, "Yo, how'd you get into it? Can you bring?" I'm like, "Dude, like, I got into it by like being around, people talk." So it's I don't know, just I don't know.
No, that is a thing that I hear about quite often. That sometimes it's literally just being around. Like I know a guy that he was telling me about a show that he literally wasn't even supposed to be on, and it was actually a deathmatch tournament show, and
Oh wow,
they were looking for like a replacement because a guy couldn't show up. And then somebody just ends up pointing at him, and then before he knows it, he's in the show.
That's dope.
Sometimes it's literally just like that.
Yeah, it's not like always that easy, but
Yeah,
you
it's not
know,
always that easy. Yeah.
but just I don't know. For me, it was hard to get my name in the door. It was hard to, but like I just kind of kept to what I had already and just kept building on it, trying to build like my film, trying to do different things. And then opportunities just start kind of like dropping at you, like, hey, if you're available this day, if you show up, we can possibly put you in a match. If you showed up, now they put you in a match. Now they think of you highly. Now you're booked on the next show. Now you're on the flyer. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah. No, sometimes that persistence pays off. You just got to
yeah,
have that persistence.
like yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's hard. It's hard because like it takes a lot of time. People do work other jobs and stuff like that. But like
Yeah.
you have to find the time. You have to, or it's not going to
Oh,
work.
oh yeah. And, I can understand people might get frustrated, taking time, but people got to realize not everybody's going to get to the main event of WrestleMania just like that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, no, because, I've heard about that happening a lot. People just get frustrated. They think they're doing great, but sometimes it's literally just being persistent and just sticking it out.
Yeah. Just yeah, like I don't know. It's a tough business.
Yeah, a lot of people
But
don't
so
really understand that.
it's hard to like also for a lot of these kids that do come to these shows and do a lot and like they'll get the opportunity and they fall and they don't do well in them and it's like you can't really. I don't know. It's a tough business. It's tough.
Oh yeah, no,
So
definitely a tough one. All right, now before we go, where can people find you social media wise? So if they don't already have their eyes on you, they can go ahead and get them there.
yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Trey.Darula, Darula. You can find me on Facebook on my Facebook page, Trey Da Rula. I'm on YouTube now where I post my matches. I think you just put Trey Da Rula in there. Sure that'll work.
Yeah,
X,
I'll get it in there.
Twitter X, I'm on there as well. I think that's just what is that? Probably Darula Trey or something like that. Maybe I don't know.
Now
I
I'll
don't
look it up.
know.
I'll look it up and we'll get it in the description. But that is about all I have. I want to thank you for taking the time to talk to me tonight. Best of luck out there with everything from ACW Integrity Championship Entertainment, and with ACW getting getting what you deserve there.
Oh yes, absolutely. Please, if anybody from there is watching, please, just, give me what I asked for. That's all we asked. We didn't have to take over the show, but we did, and we will do it again if you want us to.
Keep doing it until you get it. All right. Thank you and have
Of
a good
course.
one.